Y'all, a lot of behaviors of narcissists and victims of narcissists can look really similar and cause you to question yourself, but it's the intent behind the behavior that makes the difference. So let's talk about a few of them. No contact versus discarding and ghosting. Narcissists discard you after they have devalued you to the point where you are no longer of use to them, and this is usually followed by ghosting. And the intent behind this is to throw you away like a piece of trash after they have drained you to your core so they can start the cycle over with someone new. On the other hand, victims go no contact to break the trauma bond to the narcissist and to stay away long enough to gain clarity and get out of the fog and break the addiction and to protect their peace. And then there's stonewalling versus gray rock. Narcissists use stonewalling and the silent treatment to avoid accountability, and they shut down the conversation to regain power and control over you. On the other hand, victims use gray rock to put a wall between themselves and the abuse. They give short responses instead of reacting to disengage from the manipulation and abuse. Then there's actual abuse versus reactive abuse. Narcissists abuse you with the intent to exert power and control over you and to exploit you, while victims are pushed to reactive abuse, which is just that, a reaction to abuse when your nervous system literally cannot handle it anymore and you snap. And then there's projecting versus the truth. Narcissists falsely accuse you of doing things you're not doing to relieve the shame behind those things that they're actually doing to you. They project to distort your reality. Victims accuse narcissists of doing things that they're actually doing, often with evidence, in hopes of them finally taking accountability. The difference lies in the intent to regain power and control over you. On the other hand, victims use gray rock to put a wall between themselves and the abuse. They give short responses instead of reacting to disengage from the manipulation and abuse. Then there's actual abuse versus reactive abuse. Narcissists abuse you with the intent to exert power. There are 5 ways that narcissists psychologically manipulate you into believing that you're the narcissist. They accuse you of the exact things that they're actually doing until you find yourself defending your every word, your every move, your every action to try to prove to them that you're not doing these things they're accusing you of. But all of this over-explaining and defending yourself can really make you look guilty and start to feel guilty and ultimately make you question your reality. They'll repeatedly betray you while also emotionally withdrawing from the relationship, leaving you feeling desperate for answers and also very paranoid about who they're with, where they're going, what they're doing. And the narcissist will take your behaviors and make it look like you're being controlling without taking accountability for what they did to make you feel that way. They push you until you snap. You take all this abuse, you hold everything in until your nervous system is so dysregulated that you eventually explode. And in that moment, they stay completely calm and point the finger at your reaction. And because you feel so out of character, you start to think that maybe you are the toxic one. They purposely take everything you do and say out of context and reframe it in a way that makes you look manipulative, while at the same time over-talking you and talking in circles until you forget what the fuck you were talking about in the first place and internalize their version of things instead. They'll triangulate you with people, making other people believe that you're toxic and you're the crazy one and turning them against you. Or sometimes they'll even lie and say that certain people agreed with them about these things when really these people never said anything about you. But when it becomes them plus other people who allegedly feel this way, you can start to believe it.